Hi everybody, how are you? I hope everything's good in your world. This week we're looking at something very nice and pointy. This is the Jackson SLX. So this is the Jackson SLX, and if you go and have a look on the Jackson website, I'll put a link to it. All the details are there for this guitar, but we will go through them obviously. There's not many Lefties available from Jackson at the moment. There's this one, which is obviously a satin black finish, but there's also a transparent black version called the SLX-Q. I'm not quite sure if there's any difference in spec. I did have a look, but it looks like they're kind of similar in terms of spec. It's just the color difference. They are only available in black, it would seem, and there's many other right-handed guitars obviously available from Jackson. Not so many for the lefties though, but we're not arguing really because this is a pretty good guitar at a good price. Full retail on this in the UK is about £669, so it's all good so far. I also at this moment in time just want to say a big thanks to the guys at Fender in the UK for letting me borrow this for this video. So what's it all about? Let's have a look at some specs. So this guitar has a poplar body and comes with two Duncan design humbuckers, the HB103B in the bridge and the HB103N in the neck. It also has a Floyd Rose special lock-in tremolo which is recessed into the body, one volume, one tone and a three-way pickup selector switch. The neck is maple and it comes with a laurel fingerboard along with 24 jumbo size frets and also the classic Jackson looking pearloid shark fin fret inlays. On the back it's a neck through body with a graphite reinforcement, and also further up you can see on the back of the headstock the tuners are Jackson branded along with that classic looking headstock. So what do I think about this guitar? There's good things and there's things I'm not so crazy about. So we'll go through the good things first. Above all else, this is a Jackson. It's very nice to have a lefty Jackson that's very playable, that's at a very good price. The things I do like about it is, you know, look at that. It looks as it should do. I especially like on the back the branded tuners, and the neck through thing I think is great as well. Playability wise, it came set up out of the box really nicely, and the action's nice and low, and you can get all the way up the neck. Like in terms of access, it's great. I did spend about 3 or 4 hours working out what those two extra frets do. I'm kidding, of course, but yeah, of course this has 24 frets, so it makes the octaves nice and even, although I don't think I have many 24 fret guitars now I'm thinking about it. So it's been quite nice, and you can get all the way up there to the last fret, which is nice. And yeah, it's all good, man. It's a nice, comfortable guitar to play. Here's the things that I'm not so crazy about. The pickups on this, obviously done to a price. They're Duncan designed. If you change these out, I've actually got a guitar. I've got one of these, which I'll have to dig out, which has got Seymour Duncans in. And I'll get it, and I'll do a video on it at some point. But the pickups, as you can probably hear, do sound a little on the flat side. They still sound pretty good though. But if you were to swap those out, spend a little bit more money to change those, you get something tonally a little better. That's probably what I'd do. There's nothing wrong with these Duncan design pickups, but as you can hear in some of it, they sound just a little flat, and it'd be nice to have something a little more toneful. The other thing is the hardware on this. I found all the hardware to be just a little bit stiff. So the tone and the volume, there's just a little bit too much resistance to it. And on the fine tuners and the lock-in points here, they all just seem a little bit stiff when you're trying to move them. Probably can be, you can probably do something with that, like put some grease in there on the threads or something like that, just to loosen them up a little bit. And here's my main bugbear with this. What could have been a really far more versatile guitar could have been a lot simpler by them either putting in a 5-way selector switch here rather than 3-way, so like positions 2 and 4 would be splitting the coils or something, or putting a coil tap underneath the tone pot. That would have been ideal, because that way you'd get a lot more flexibility and would make it a lot more of a versatile guitar if they were to have done that. Having said that, even just with the 3 positions, you, as you've probably heard today, you can get quite a lot of sound out of it. And you know, I'm not bad mouthing it because it's a very nice guitar. I'm just saying, if there's any improvements in the future, perhaps that's where I'd look at, particularly with the pickup configurations. But all in all, this has been, I've had a lot of fun playing it today and doing the whammy bar thing, you know, which I've tried to sort of try to keep it ease a little bit rather than overusing it. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's a very nice guitar. Okay, that's nearly it for today. Just to finish with this week's recommended listening, which is an album by my hero, who, you know, I could have chosen any of the Guns N' Roses or Velvet Revolver albums, but I haven't done. My album I'm going to recommend for you to listen to by Slash is Slash's Snakepit, Ain't Life Grand, which is from the year 2000. It, I think, is probably one of his most underrated albums, and it's full of amazing riffs and playing and great tunes. And the singer, Rod Jackson, one of the best singers I've ever heard on an album, to then disappear into obscurity, as so many people do, which is a shame because he's an amazing talent as well. So check it out. That's it for this week. Hope you've had fun, and I'll see you on the next one.